Synergy Martial Arts, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to introduce a new series on the channel, and this time what we're going to focus on is we're going to talk about the edge weaponry that we use here at the Academy, specifically the blade, okay? Now this isn't going to be a channel that is going to show a lot of Balintawak, as it pertains to the blade. You're going to see a lot of incorporations of the concepts and the strategies and things like that that we do from the Balintawak system. But there's going to be a lot of blending from all the other years and all the other systems that I've studied. So, these are some of the flow sets that we do at the Academy. And that's what I plan on for the next few videos, is to take our curriculum flow sets, break down little pieces for you to give you guys some training scenarios that you can work out with your partners wherever it is that you train. So the first one that we're going to look at, okay, is remember this is a flow set, okay? We're not learning how to knife fight with this. It's just like drilling when we do our Balintawak techniques. It's just like drilling when you do your jiu-jitsu techniques. You're learning a specific skill set, and then after you develop that skill, you start learning advanced ways of how to apply it. Okay, but at the fundamental level, what we're going to talk about is look at our very introductory flow set and kind of break it down and give you some options from in here. Now, the first part of this, the way that we do our flow set is very fundamental, okay, because a lot of our students come here and they don't have any training, okay? So especially if you're new to anything with a blade and you want to start playing with it, this is a good video to get you kind of going. So Josh is going to be here, okay, and all he's going to do is just give me a slash for this video, okay? What we're going to do for this skill set is I'm going to keep the reverse grip position on my blade. Now, talking about our stance for a minute, okay, is because we're dealing with a blade, we are not going to be at this extensive range, okay? So Josh backs up into, beyond that sombrado range, and he's outside of reach. Okay, I'm not going to engage him from in there, obviously. I'm not going to willingly go into the knife fight. Okay, that's my opportunity to obviously get out of there, okay? But just like in the Balintawak system, we are going to be engaged in this close quarter range, okay? Or you commonly hear called hubud range. So one of the things that I like to do is, from the Balintawak system concepts, okay, is I'm going to put my right foot forward, okay, or my knife hand side foot forward. I want to have my blade, my weapon here, and my non-weapon hand here protecting my core, okay, as much as I can. I don't want my arm down to where I can have this opening. I want to be nice and vertical and have an open, free-flowing hand and have this blade here. If Josh is just here as a target, if I have to draw my blade, okay, in a situation where there's no other chance for me to do this, I have the ability to go here, right? I have the ability to block a strike and slash without any restrictions by having this hand forward, okay? So now that's out of the way, let's actually look at the drill. So as Josh is going to slash and hold, right here, please. So as he holds this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to either, depending on how tall your partner is, you may not have to move, okay, or you may want to step in a little bit. However you want to do that is fine, okay, but for right now, we're not going to move. I'm going to stay stationary so I can focus on the technique with my hands. So as this is here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slash up. Right here, I like to focus and go in right above the elbow and right here underneath, right there in between the bicep and the tricep, slashing up and bringing my hand back this way, all right? Now from here, the first option is very simple, okay? He doesn't block. I slash and I get my puncture, okay? Very simple, not really anything crazy right there to practice. He slashes again, you go in here. Anybody who does any training, this is very fundamental, okay? But if you're new, it's something for you to practice to get that timing, to get that control. Okay, the second option in this is that now he's going to introduce a jam, okay? He's introducing an obstruction that I have to clear. So the second option is that instinct, he's going to jam this, okay? Now from here, I have two options. Option one that we put incorporating into this is that I just jam and clear from the inside, opening me up to get that puncture, okay? The second option, all right, is that when he jams, if I want to maintain control of the wrist, okay, I'm going to use my elbow in and down as I go in for my puncture there. Now, if Josh grabs my wrist, okay, if you notice here, he was using no thumb, right, because it just carries over from jiu-jitsu training. But if he does grab with the thumb, notice how when I bring my elbow here, let's turn this side so you can see. When I bring my elbow here, I'm actually doing a wrist pry escape, which is allowing me to shed that grip. So no matter how hard Josh grabs, I can still shed and clear that and get my punctures, whatever it is that I'm trying to train. So that's a really good thing to train. We don't really put that as part of a variation in the flow set, but it's something that our partners can introduce to us to kind of catch us off guard. So as he grabs and uses that thumb, now I've got to clear it and I can go for my puncture that way. So let's turn back here again. So option 2, let's recap this. So as I go here, he jams. From in here, my first option to get the puncture, clear the wall, go for the puncture this way. Now, the second variation that we do incorporate with this is that when I go here, what do I have open? Okay, I have his blade hand open and it's not controlled. So as I'm in here, what I'm going to do is take this hand and I'm going to pull this way. This is a concept that we use in balloon walk. Okay, we use as far as our pushing and pulling, using our release footwork, okay, which we'll have, talk about a little bit later on in probably different videos. So as he slashes, let's look at that second variation off of option 2. Clear the wall this way. I'm going to retreat with my right foot as I pull to my inside or my left hip this way. Now as I do that, I'm controlling the blade and I can get the puncture right here. Now, the way that we can continue this, because we call this a flow set, okay, so that we can keep going over and over. So let's go back to this position. So as I'm in here kind of laying on, which we've talked about in the other balloon walk videos, is that now my partner is going to give me a slash. So as he slashes, I come back off, get my cut back here, and if we're practicing that second option, puncture, here, and we can go back, he slashes again, and I'm just learning how to react off of that. Well, another option that we have from in here, which we're not going to break down, but is if he lunges at me, okay? So I parry this and slash across the wrist, okay? Replace the hand, all right? But when I replace the hand, what I like to do from in here is into the bicep, okay, tricep area. Slash, go underneath here this way, and then I'm going to move with my and climb up and replace as I remove that blade and go for my puncture there, okay? So that's option 2, all right? Now let's look at option 3. So when I go from in here, I'm going to slash, he's going to jam. This option 3, we're going to go back and forth. What we're learning here is just clearing the obstruction. This way, he's going to bring his hand up and block that way. All I'm going to do is clear again. He's going to block there, this way. So we can flow back and forth. This way, here, I can pull if I want to interrupt him at any time, adding a different element to my training. So option 3 is just flowing back and forth and just what we call clearing those obstructions. So he slashes again. Option 2 is here, but now option 3 is when he blocks. Now, without going into the flow set now, when I go here, I'm just going to get the puncture. He's not going to block. So there's my puncture, okay? So now obviously if he goes back in and jams, that goes back to option 2, and then we can continue on and adapt that training. Now, going back to here though, as I'm in here, okay, he blocks again, okay, option 3. What I'm going to do from in here now is I don't want to sit here and play, hand fighting with this guy. All right, something happened, I got a hold of him, I went to puncture, he blocked, and this guy has some training, whatever. He goes and brings his arm up in some other way. What I'm going to do is use the hook of that blade, bring it in as I get into a 2-on-1 position from in here. Bringing the blade nice and tight to my hip, causing an extension of that arm, that if I want to, I can violently and quickly go forward to break the arm, or from in here, I can just drop my body weight down to the ground, face planting him into the ground, whether it's on the street or whatever. Okay, even on a matted surface, it's very hard on your partner, so be careful. Let them know before you just drop and separate their shoulder. Okay, so let's look at that one more time, just kind of that entry into that 2-on-1, okay? So option 2, he jams. I'm countering option 2, leads me into option 3. Okay, as I go to option 3, I'm not looking for the puncture. I'm going to pull and hook this way as I pull him into me and get to this position. Now I can take him to the ground. The last thing I'm going to leave you with is how to disengage from in here and leave and remove yourself from the fight. From in here, one option that we have is I can maintain control with the hook end of that blade as I bring my arm back behind his elbow. I'm going to extend his elbow as I slash up this way, okay? And that slash can be anywhere that you want it to be. It can go back across the arm, cutting muscles, cutting tendons and ligaments. It can go up any other position that you want it to go to. So I'm in this position, I drop, I break, go to the ground, okay? I'm gonna control the situation from there, or I can just disengage. Push this way, it can get out of there, okay? So I have those options, I'll leave those to you. But in the academy, that's kind of how we break this down, is we look at one part of a flow set, and then we introduce different variations, okay, that are a part of the flow set, and then we even introduce some of those that aren't a part of it to give you that spontaneous reaction and start to kind of think outside of the box using that as the framework, okay? So, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks, Josh, for helping me out today. And, you know, guys, like I said, this is gonna be a new series that we're putting out, focusing on some of the things that we do with the blade. Again, it's not balloon to walk specific oriented like you see in our other videos. This is just kind of the skill sets and the flow drills and everything like that that we incorporate from years of training, even in other Filipino martial arts system. Josh came here to the academy with a pretty extensive background in other forms of Filipino martial arts, so you know, we incorporate a lot of these things together. So, like always, guys, again, please, please, please hit that subscribe button. Follow us on our other media channels, Facebook, Instagram. It really, really does help us out. We appreciate it. Leave us any comments, questions, future video topics, guys. We'd love to hear from you. And with that, guys, as always, stay safe with what's going on and get some good training in and have fun. See you guys next time.